In this video, we're going to look at getting ungated. So you can apply to sell in varying different places and you can check your status for selling. So sometimes you're going to need to get ungated, and the best place to actually start for most people who are brand new is the help section. Now this will change for you dependent on who you are, what you search for, what your recent activity is. But you can just go down to search help. By clicking what's get more support, you can actually then start typing in what your issue is. So get ungated for category or brand if that's what you're aiming for. So if you click confirm, it will actually then show you. So you've got the choice brand approval or subcategory approval. So let's just look at category and click continue. Now what it'll do is it'll bring a whole heap of things for you, and it's going to show you all the categories and products requiring approval. Now yours will be slightly different to mine because I do have brand approval for certain things. So you can watch the video that tells you how to do it. It will then tell you to go to catalogue, add products. When it then tells you you can't list this because you need brand approval, that's when you'll click on it and apply. And what you're then going to do is you're going to start the process to request approval. Now that can take anything from minutes to weeks, dependent on who it is who looks at it. Now, the tricks of doing this are make sure the invoice has at least 10 products in the correct category that you want to sell in. Now, it may not be the actual product that you ultimately want to sell that ungates you for a category. So there's lots of places where you're going to want to get approval. So do I want to sell beer, wine and spirits? Not unless I want to spend £1,300 getting my warehouse to be able to hold it, or £100 on getting myself to be approved by the local authority to do it. Do I want to do jewellery? No, I don't. Do I want to do music and DVDs? Not right this minute, but I might at some point. Now I have lots of category approval already. Your list will probably have an awful lot more. Now, there's an awful lot of products that you will never be able to sell. Some of the things are things Amazon do not want to be sold on this site, and others are things that they themselves are selling and they really don't want you anywhere near. So do be careful and do check when you are, before you even buy something, who else is also selling it? How many people are selling it? If there's very few people selling something, there's several reasons for that. It is either going to be brand restricted, it's going to be Amazon restricted, or it's just one of those products that, for whatever reason, they do not want you to sell on Amazon at all. Now, the easier it is to sell something and to get approval, the more opportunity other people have too. So it is down to you to decide what it is you want to sell. As you can see, there's lots of categories here that show approval, and certain times of the year. Let's just look at this one, for example, toys and games. Unless you've been selling successfully through the summer, then the toys and games for merchant fulfilled will be restricted to you. So you do need to be very careful of how and what and where your profit margins are in what you want to sell. So let's just say I am going to want to get approval for selling electronics. I don't, but let's just take you through the process and take a peek. So it's giving me all the requirements that I'm going to need, and also for Northern Ireland. And it's telling me examples of prohibited listings. So do go through those carefully if that's what you want to be listing. You can also see there's restrictions in automotive. There is restrictions definitely in hazardous and dangerous products. So what is a hazardous product? In general, it is, well, it starts with anything that's just got perfume in it. Now, you will be unable to sell things like that sending into Amazon, but you will be able to do things yourself and merchant fulfill them. So things like perfume and nail polish, anything with alcohol in it, any of the caustic cleaners you might struggle to be allowed to sell on Amazon. There's all sorts of different things. But please take a look at all of this information if there is any possibility that the products you do want to sell might come under a banned product or a banned substance. A few years ago, when the little hoverboards came out, and a lot of them were imports that were not meeting safety requirements, a lot of them, even those that did meet the safety requirements, were banned. And the main reason they were banned is Amazon put them all in the same category and said, we do not want these sold on our platform. So please be careful. If what you're selling is quite generic or already out there and lots of people are doing it, you probably won't have an issue. So there's plenty of guidance on here for you to go and take a peek. And there's a seller forum, so you can go and have a nose on there and see what other people are talking about. But to start the listing process, go to add your product. It will tell you if you are restricted from selling it. So try adding the product first before you have purchased it, and then you will know whether you are brand restricted or not. There's also software out there that will show you how to do that, but we'll come to that in another video. I hope this has been helpful to you.